we're going to talk a little Michael 2 here. So Lionsgate film chief talks Michael 2. I found these comments to be a little interesting. I'm going to go start with Deadline's article here. As Michael 2 comes together, Lionsgate film chief is confident studio can pull off another big and satisfying movie for a global audience. If I was the film chief, I'd probably say the same thing.
Right.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, zoom and enhance, and then scroll this over so y'all can see a little better. Okay. Lionsgate Studio Motion Picture Chair Adam Fogelson said the company is really excited about the progress we're making, so that's good news. On all the conversations we've been having with all the appropriate parties continue to go exceptionally well, and I would say that there's a ton of incredibly entertaining Michael Jackson story, and much of the biggest and most popular parts of his music catalog were not touched upon in this first film. First off, I just kind of, when I first read this, we'll read more into this, but when I first read this, some alarm bells went off. It's like, okay, is this going to be like just another, like, basically giant music video? And is it just going to be touching on the greatest moments of his life and skewing away from any of the beyond allegations? There was still, he was in the news a lot with,
well, he like bought the Beatles catalog,
and buying the Elephant Man skeleton and the overspending and all of that stuff. He was acting a bit strange,
and there was no Captain EO in the first Michael. Come on, man. You got Lucas and Coppola teaming up with Angela, you know, and was it Angela? Why am I drawing Angelica Houston? Playing the firstborn queen
with her clicky little fingernails.
Yeah, and I mean, where was that?
Yeah. So okay, but he does go on, and I take a little bit of solace in what he says from here. So this I thought was interesting. We can go forwards and backwards in telling this story. There are many other events that happened, even in the time frame of the original movie, that weren't touched upon. Now, this could be them taking the criticisms, you know, to heart. Like, well, we only made it seem like he only made great choices in life and there was no drama around him. Allegations aside that came later, you know, we can touch on the more scarring things. Maybe we can even go back to his childhood. Maybe we can build upon his relationship with his siblings a little more.
They got to get Janet Jackson, because I want Rhythm Nation to be a part of the next movie.
If she'll agree to it.
That album was dope.
But I think that's interesting that it wouldn't just be the story of like 89 to like the 90s. They could jump back.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes on to say, we're very confident that we've got an incredibly entertaining movie with that will appeal once again to a global audience. I'm sure they do. I mean,
plus they've shot. There's a lot of a second film that's already been shot. I mean, I would love to see what they've got there.
So the interesting thing is it's not just...
they're right there.
We're going to get into that. So it's not just cut and paste.
Yeah.
It's not just that they took out the allegation stuff, but they have like 80% of a movie. They actually don't. I actually think this is kind of interesting. He says, Fogelson noted that the studio has 25 to 30% of a second movie already shot, which is great. So obviously there'll be some benefit. Ultimately, we'll make sure that we make a big and satisfying movie for audiences once again. But undoubtedly the 25 to 30% will be material. So they actually have less of a movie than I thought.
Oh.
And 25 to 30, the 75% of a movie that still has to be completed. That means there's a lot of room to delve a little deeper, and I'm interested if they're going to do that. What do you think?
Well, if I think already, what are we at? $700 million plus. I think for sure they're probably going to do that. And you know, to be honest, I really like Michael. You know, I don't remember sitting in a movie theater and tapping my toes the entire time as much as I did in the film. And I think, you know, it's, if anything, the movie, you know, people talk about how it was a music video, but for me, the movie was sad in the sense that Michael Jackson was able to flourish and become the performer that he was, even though he didn't have any friends. I mean, that scene where he talks about the kids my own age just want my autograph. And, you know, he was a star from the time he was very, very young. So he never had, I mean, to not have children, you know, to not have anybody to play with, and even like obviously they truncated the idea of his siblings not wanting to play Twister with him or not. It was just sad, you know, and I think a lot of us, especially we who grew up on the geeky or nerdy side, know what that's like. to not have a lot of friends, and I found that the film did a good job of portraying that sadness. But on the other hand, that's what fueled his perfectionism when he performed for people.
Sure.
So
yeah, that created the beast that became a mega star, probably one of the biggest stars. You know, it's like Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson and Mickey Mouse. I mean,
100%.
as far as global, like if you say the name, someone in the world knows it. So, I mean, I think this gives a lot of hope to me in terms of what they can do going forward, especially his comments about going backward and forward in time with the second one.
Sure.
Maybe the movie could be a little more dynamic. Me personally, I think the best music was already covered through Bad, and after that, for me personally, subjective. So obviously, other people are going to feel differently, but
if you don't want to see someone play Paul McCartney and they do say.
Okay, can I just say I re-listened to that on a nice sound system, and that beat hits, dude. It's like doom doom doom.
Oh,
doom,
I know.
Because I had only just listened to the radio, and one day I just like put on Spotify, but on like a nice system. That beat hits, dude.
I'll tell you, those albums are so well produced. They sound just tasty.
Yeah. So I mean, again,
we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Pocket Hose. Guys, I'm excited to tell you about the world's #1 expanding garden hose and their brand new product, the Pocket Hose Ballistic. As you guys can imagine, I'm not exactly gentle with my gear. I drag hoses across concrete over the pool, yank them around corners. I even coil and uncoil them all the time to put them in my camper van when I go out on my movie meetups. And generally speaking, a lot of them don't last. But the Pocket Hose Ballistic has been a totally different story for me. It's incredibly durable, super lightweight, and just makes the whole job easier. One of my favorite things is how simple it is to use. You turn the water on, it expands. Turn it off, it shrinks right back down to pocket size. And it's reinforced with a liquid crystal polymer, the same kind of material used in bulletproof vests. Plus, it comes with the pocket pivot, which gives you 360-degree rotation at the spigot so it moves with you instead of fighting against you. And now, for a limited time, when you purchase a new Pocket Hose Ballistic, you'll get a free 360-degree rotating pocket pivot and a free thumb drive nozzle. Just text Campea to 64,000. That's CAMPEA to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. Text Campea to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply.
This could be more of the same, or there could be some potential. Time will tell. Anyway, drop your guys' thoughts in the comments again. Let us know what you're thinking about Michael 2. Have you seen the first Michael? Are you going to see the second one? Love to hear what you think.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.